Fine. So the first file will be writing the ingest data.py. Let me open this particular file and let me import some necessary libraries. So first of all, I'm going to import operating system. Then I'm going to import .env. Okay. Import load env. Then I'm going to import Chroma from LangChain. So from LangChain, first of all, let me select my environment. Agent demo. LangChain dot vector store. Import Chroma. Then I need OpenAI embedding. So from LangChain dot embeddings dot OpenAI, import OpenAI embeddings. Okay. Then I need text loader. So from LangChain dot, it is under available inside document loaders. Okay. Import text text loader. Yeah, this thing I need. Then I need character text splitter because I want to perform the chunking. It is also available in the LangChain. So LangChain dot documents. Sorry, it is under doc store. Then documents. Okay, so there is a mistake. I think this is under text splitter. Text splitter. Import character text splitter. Okay. Then I also need to import the document. So from LangChain dot doc store dot documents. Okay. Import documents. And I also need gdown package. So import gdown. Yeah, everything is done. Now the first thing, we have to write a code. That code will try to download .env file from the Google Drive itself. Okay, see, although I have created the env file, but I want to download it from the Google Drive. So let me show you my Google Drive. See, in the Google Drive, I kept my .env file, and if I open this, let me show you my .env file. See, your .env file will look like that. So it will have the OpenAI API key. Make sure you collect your OpenAI API key and mention it here, and Chroma DB path. So here I've given DB. That means it will create a DB folder name here. Okay, whenever it will create the Chroma DB instance, and Chroma DB is the local vector DB. I think you know that. So this file you can upload where you can upload in the Google Drive. Okay, you have to upload this file in the Google Drive. Okay, and now we'll be writing the code. That code will try to download this file from the Google Drive itself. Okay, and make sure after uploading it to Google Drive, you just give the permission to anyone with the link. So just try to click on share, and this particular permission you have to give anyone with the link. Okay, by default it would be restricted. Okay, just try to make it and click on done. Then after that you have to get the ID. So click on share, copy the link, and this link you can paste here and get the ID. This is the entire link and this is the ID, guys. Okay, so after D, this is the ID. Just try to copy the ID and keep it somewhere, because this ID you need to download that file. Okay, now let me write the code. That code will try to download this file from the Google Drive itself. Okay, so for this I already written a script. Let me show you. This is the script, guys. I have written download env file from the G drive. So first of all, you have to give the file ID. So that file ID I have given it here. Then this is the URL to download. So this is the URL, and this URL you have to add this file ID. Okay, this file will be downloaded from the Google Drive itself. And what is the output name? Output name I want to keep it .env. Okay, and with the help of gdown.download, I'm downloading this particular file from the URL, and with this particular name, and quite is equal to false, because it will not show anything in the console. Okay, that's why. Okay, now if you want to test, you can also test whether it's working or not. So what I can do, I can, let's say, remove this file, and I can execute this particular file right now. So Python backend, it is under inside backend ingest data.py. Now see, it will download the file from the Google Drive itself. See, it's done. Now see, this .env file is available, and again the same credential I have inside that. Okay, because I need it whenever you will be deploying this project over the cloud platform. That time you have to upload your code to the GitHub. Okay, now I can't upload this env file to the GitHub, because in the .gitignore you can see this .env is mentioned. .env is mentioned. You can't upload this one. See, okay, so that's why we have to download it from the Google Drive itself during the production server. That is the idea. Now we have to load the env file. Okay, then after that we have to set as a environment variable. Both will try to set the OpenAI API key as well as the ChromaDB path. Okay, both will try to set as an environment. We'll try to load from the environment. Okay, that means from this particular file, and we're storing in the variable itself. Okay, then here I'm going to check a condition. The condition is if not OpenAI API key, it will raise a value error. OpenAI API key is not found. Okay, so this kinds of verification layer you can also add in your code. Okay, so we have added this condition. Now what we'll do, we'll try to load the documents. Now here document wise, you can use any kinds of documents. As I already told you, let's say you have done one meeting, and you can also get the transcript of the meeting, and you can also load that let's say transcript with the help of LangChain. So if you go to the LangChain data loader, LangChain data loader, so like LangChain can load all kinds of data. Okay, whether it's a PDF, whether it's a CSV, anything you can load. See, you can load from the web, even you can also load the transcript data. Okay, you can check. It is like a huge amount of functionality it has. You can check here. So as of now, just to make this project simple, I'm going to create my custom documents here. So this is the documents I created just to show you. But in case you can use any kinds of documents, this part only you just need to change. Okay, here you can add that data loader part. Let's say you want to load the data from the Figma or let's say Slack. So this is the code. This is the code you can add. You can give the workspace ID. Okay, and you can load the data. You can create the data loader. Now let's say you want to load the data from the Twitter. You can follow that. Let's say you want to load the data from the PDF. You can follow here. Okay, so all the codes are already there. So only you just need to replace it here. So here I'm creating my custom documents. I created 3 documents: meeting notes, discuss project X deliverables, okay, then reminder, then upcoming events. Okay, these are the, let's say, dummy things I've just added just to show you, okay, how things are working. But for you, you can load any kinds of file here. Any kinds of personal productivity data you have, you can load here. Got it? Then after that, what we have to do, guys, we have to initialize our embedding model, because we have to convert this data to the vector embedding. For this we need an embedding model, and I'm going to use OpenAI embedding model, and here I'm passing the OpenAI API key. Then the second thing, you have to create the chunks, because see, we're following the same architecture. First of all, we have loaded the data, we will be creating the chunks, embedding model. Okay, these are the thing we'll be doing. Now we have to create the chunks. Now how to create the chunks? We can use character text splitter. I think you know that. So this is the code for that. So here I'm using character text splitter. This is my chunk size 200 and chunks overlap 50. Okay, now what will happen? Let's say you have one huge documents. Let me show you. Let's say you have our documents. Let's say this is your entire documents like that, and chunks size you have mentioned, let's say 200. So it will start from here, 200 token it will count. Let's say 200 what ends here. This is your first chunks. Okay, then it will start the another chunks, but here you have mentioned the chunks overlap. You can see, let me show you. We have mentioned the chunks overlap 50. That means what will happen? It will get back 50 words back. Okay, from here it will start the second chunks, and it will again count 200 tokens, and it will end here. That means this is the first chunks, this is the second chunks. Okay, that's how it will create multiple chunks. Got it? So now let me show you. And here you have to call split documents, and you have to pass the document you have here. So this will return you the chunk. Then after that, we have to store this data. Okay, we have to store this data. After creating the vector embedding, we have to store the data in the vector database. Okay, and we'll be using ChromaDB for that. Now let me show you the implementation. So this is the ChromaDB code. So here you can see I'm using Chroma from documents, and here I'm passing the docs. Okay, here I'm passing the docs. I'm giving the embedding model, and persist directory is equal to ChromaDB path. Okay, the path we have defined per DB database. And once it is created, I'm just launching a message: documents successfully indexed. Okay, now if you want to test whether it's working or not, you can execute the app. So I'll open up my terminal, and let me clear. Now let's execute the same file again. So it will create a DB folder. You can see. The DB folder has created, and inside that it has saved all of the vector. See, successfully it is completed. And inside that you can see it is using Chroma DB, and it has stored all the vector. Okay, but you can't see that it is a like a binary object. You can't visualize that particular vector. Okay, but if you're using Pinecone, there is another vector database. Let me show you, called Pinecone. Pinecone is a paid one. If you want, you can also use it. They have the free plan. Maybe in future I will also show you with the help of Pinecone how to use this. So in the Pinecone you can visualize your vector. Okay, this is the beauty I usually like of the Pinecone. It will store the vector in the cloud platform, not in the local machine. Okay, but let's say you don't want to share your data. That time you can use Chroma DB because it will be available in the local machine. But if you want to share your data, you can store in the cloud. But these are safe website. Okay, it's not like that they will steal your data. It's not like that.